The funniest thing about Meghan Markle's deranged display in Montecito over the weekend with Ted Sarandos, the Netflix boss, is that she hasn't realised yet. You're the one being played, Meghan.
March 7th, 2026. Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, inside the ultra-private Netflix afterparty held at a sealed estate just beyond Sunset Boulevard, where industry elites, streaming executives, and high-profile guests gathered under tight security. An unexpected shift in atmosphere unfolded around Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, and Netflix chief Ted Sarandos, as whispers from palace insiders close to the royal household later described it as the moment everything subtly changed inside the room, without anyone officially announcing it. According to fragmented accounts circulating among staff present at the event and unnamed production aides who were near the service corridor, the evening initially carried the polished glamour expected from a Netflix-hosted gathering. Yet behind the curated smiles and camera flashes, tension reportedly began building as conversations shifted toward upcoming projects, brand partnerships, and the delicate balance between royal-linked influence and streaming platform priorities. What followed, as described by a senior event coordinator attached to the venue, was not a loud confrontation, but a quiet redirection that immediately altered Meghan Markle's standing within the room. Inside sources claim that Ted Sarandos, while maintaining his usual composed public demeanor, made a decisive behind-the-scenes call regarding seating arrangements, media access, and photo distribution, rights tied to the evening's press release materials. That single administrative adjustment allegedly triggered a ripple effect that was interpreted by observers as Meghan Markle being politely but firmly sidelined from the central promotional circle of the event. No public statement was made, yet the symbolic shift was noticeable enough that several guests reportedly exchanged glances, sensing a carefully controlled distancing. Meghan Markle, Ted Sarandos, and the Netflix threshold shift. Within the inner atmosphere of the Beverly Hills estate, palace-adjacent aides and Netflix production staff members close to the planning desk described a subtle but undeniable reconfiguration of influence around Meghan Markle. While she remained physically present at the gathering, the narrative positioning around her projects reportedly shifted toward corporate framing rather than personal branding emphasis. Ted Sarandos, according to insiders familiar with streaming strategy discussions, was seen engaging more with production executives and brand managers than with talent-facing conversations during the latter half of the evening. What intensified speculation was not a single dramatic moment, but a series of coordinated logistical decisions. Photography rotations were adjusted, interview windows were reassigned, and planned spotlight segments were quietly redistributed among other attending figures. In the language of industry insiders, it was described as a soft reset of visibility. Those close to the situation hinted that Meghan's presence was not removed, but reframed within a broader corporate narrative that reduced individual emphasis. Meanwhile, whispers from a Netflix studio liaison present backstage suggested that Ted Sarandos was prioritizing long-term platform alignment over short-term celebrity focus. In this recalibration, Meghan Markle's association with the streaming giant appeared to transition from center-stage partnership energy to a more controlled, strategically positioned role, signaling a shift in internal dynamics that few expected to become visible so abruptly in a single evening. Prince William, Kate Middleton, and the silent royal ripple reaction. Across the Atlantic, within the structured calm of royal operations tied to Prince William and Kate Middleton, reports from palace communication aides speaking indirectly through media channels suggest that the developments in Los Angeles were monitored closely but quietly. There was no official response, no public commentary, and no visible reaction, but internal attention reportedly sharpened as details of the Netflix event circulated through elite media briefing networks. According to a royal household staff member familiar with external perception tracking, Prince William's office maintained a neutral stance while observing how Meghan Markle's evolving media positioning intersected with broader royal brand boundaries. Kate Middleton, often associated in commentary with institutional stability, was described in insider summaries as part of a measured observation framework, where external entertainment industry shifts are tracked for reputational alignment rather than engagement. What made the situation more complex was the perception of indirect comparison emerging in media circles, as Meghan Markle's Netflix visibility appeared to recalibrate, narratives around royal contrast subtly intensified. Palace-linked commentators did not acknowledge this publicly, but sources close to advisory teams suggested awareness of how quickly entertainment industry optics can ripple into royal public perception cycles, especially when high-profile streaming executives like Ted Sarandos are involved in the framing process. King Charles III, Netflix networks, and the controlled visibility equation. Within broader royal institutional circles associated with King Charles III, the Netflix gathering became less about celebrity presence and more about influence mapping. A senior communications strategist familiar with external media monitoring indicated that such events are not viewed in isolation, but as part of a larger ecosystem of narrative control between monarchy-linked figures and global entertainment platforms. Ted Sarandos' role in this ecosystem was described by insiders as pivotal, not as a royal antagonist, but as a gatekeeper of visibility. His decisions at the Beverly Hills event reportedly reflected a long-term content strategy approach, where prominence is distributed based on evolving platform priorities rather than individual status alone. In this interpretation, Meghan Markle's perceived humiliation was not an emotional act, but a structural repositioning within a high-stakes visibility framework. Still, palace-adjacent sources hinted at subtle discomfort within broader royal advisory discussions, not because of confrontation, but because of optics. The blending of royal-associated figures with streaming platform branding continues to generate unpredictable narrative outcomes, especially when events like the Netflix party create moments where influence, perception, and positioning collide in real time. As the night concluded and guests gradually departed the Beverly Hills estate, what remained was not a public incident but a layered aftereffect, one that insiders described as a quiet recalibration of status signals, where Meghan Markle, Ted Sarandos, and the surrounding royal narrative ecosystem all appeared subtly repositioned without a single official announcement being made. Later that night, Los Angeles shifted into a quieter tone as the Netflix estate slowly emptied, yet behind the polished exit photos and controlled press updates, palace-adjacent media monitors and streaming production aides described the aftermath as far more complex than what the public images suggested. What had appeared as a simple redirection inside a celebrity gathering was now evolving into a wider narrative adjustment involving Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, Ted Sarandos, and the subtle ripple effects reaching back toward the British royal framework itself. According to a senior event security consultant familiar with guest movement logs, the final hour of the gathering was marked by a noticeable restructuring of access zones. Meghan Markle's proximity to the central executive group reportedly changed without any formal announcement, while Ted Sarandos continued engaging in high-level discussions with Netflix production leadership and strategic brand coordinators. No confrontation occurred, no raised voices were reported, yet insiders emphasized that influence inside such environments is often expressed through spacing, timing, and visibility rather than direct action. What followed, as described by a post-event logistics aide close to the scheduling team, was a quiet recalibration of media output priorities. Certain planned highlight segments from the evening were reportedly delayed or reframed for internal review, while promotional emphasis shifted toward ensemble branding rather than individual-centric narratives. This adjustment, though procedural in appearance, was interpreted within industry circles as a significant repositioning moment that indirectly affected how Meghan Markle's association with the platform would be presented in upcoming coverage cycles. Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, and the Netflix visibility aftermath. Within hours after the Beverly Hills gathering ended, a streaming production insider familiar with partner relations indicated that internal discussions at Netflix began focusing on long-term brand alignment rather than event-specific impressions. Meghan Markle's presence, while still strategically valuable, was reportedly being evaluated within a broader content ecosystem where visibility is carefully balanced across multiple high-profile collaborators. Prince Harry's position in this evolving structure, according to a communications consultant close to entertainment royal crossover projects, remained steady but increasingly separated from immediate promotional emphasis. Instead of being foreground in post-event narratives, the focus appeared to shift toward production frameworks, documentary pipelines, and platform-wide strategy planning, led by executive teams. This separation, while subtle, created what insiders described as a soft partitioning of influence, where individual celebrity presence becomes secondary to structural content planning. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle's post-event media positioning reportedly encountered an unexpected delay in rollout timing. A Netflix editorial scheduling aide, speaking through indirect briefing summaries, suggested that certain planned visual materials and promotional images from the evening underwent additional review before being cleared for distribution. This procedural pause, though routine in corporate environments, was interpreted externally as a sign of recalibrated emphasis following the dynamics observed during the event itself. The result was a fragmented narrative space, where public-facing content showed harmony, while internal coordination reflected careful repositioning of roles, visibility, and long-term partnership framing. Kate Middleton, Prince William, and the institutional silence strategy. Back in the United Kingdom, Palace Communications monitoring teams reportedly tracked the unfolding situation with measured attention rather than reaction. Within the framework associated with Prince William and Kate Middleton, external entertainment developments are often assessed through the lens of institutional stability and long-term public perception management. According to a royal advisory aide familiar with media analysis protocols, the Netflix event was not treated as an isolated celebrity moment, but as part of a broader pattern of global influence exchanges between media platforms and high-profile public figures linked historically to the royal sphere. Kate Middleton's role in this context was described in internal briefings as symbolically stabilizing rather than reactive, maintaining continuity while external narratives shift rapidly. Prince William's communications circle, meanwhile, reportedly maintained a deliberate silence strategy. A senior palace media coordinator, referencing standard operational behavior, indicated that non-engagement during external entertainment fluctuations is often intentional, designed to avoid amplifying speculative narratives. However, internally, attention was said to be focused on how rapidly digital entertainment platforms can reshape public perception cycles involving figures indirectly connected to royal branding narratives. What made this particular moment notable, according to insiders, was not any direct royal involvement, but the speed at which Netflix-related visibility adjustments were being interpreted through a royal comparison lens by global media audiences. King Charles III, Ted Sarandos, and the quiet power realignment. Within the broader institutional layer associated with King Charles III, a senior royal household strategy observer familiar with international media relations described the Netflix situation as part of a long-running recalibration between monarchy-linked figures and global streaming platforms. Ted Sarandos, in this interpretation, is not positioned as an adversary or ally, but as a central architect in how modern visibility ecosystems distribute influence. At the Beverly Hills event, his decisions, ranging from guest positioning to content framing discussions, were reportedly aligned with a corporate priority model that emphasizes scalable narrative control. According to a streaming platform executive familiar with partnership governance, these decisions often appear subtle externally, but carry significant weight in determining how individuals are visually and contextually represented in global media cycles. Meghan Markle's perceived humiliation, as described in circulating commentary, was reframed by insiders not as a personal setback, but as a structural repositioning within an evolving partnership architecture. In this framework, visibility is fluid, and prominence is continuously adjusted based on platform strategy, audience analytics, and long-term content direction. As for King Charles III's broader institutional awareness, a palace-adjacent diplomatic media consultant suggested that such developments are observed primarily for their symbolic implications rather than immediate reaction. The key concern lies in how entertainment ecosystems intersect with historical institutions in shaping public perception narratives across generations. By the following morning, what remained from a Netflix gathering was not a single dramatic incident, but a layered network of interpretations, each shaped by perspective, proximity, and institutional framing. Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, Ted Sarandos, and the surrounding royal narrative ecosystem all appeared subtly repositioned within a global visibility structure that continues to evolve quietly, without announcement, yet with unmistakable impact.